Hey world, are you poor? Are you poor and you struggle to pay your bills?
Sucks to suck.
Sucks
Because
to
I
suck,
have
right?
50 million power in
Dude,
Rise of Kingdoms.
and I have 30 million power in Rise of the Kingdoms, and that's why we're on top of the world because we pay to win.
Dude.
Just kidding. We're both well, neither of us are really broke anymore. I can't say I'm broke anymore. No. I don't have a lot of money, but I have enough money to not call myself broke now. God damn.
Get by. I get by with a little help from my friend. All right.
I get by with a little help from my friend.
But you've seen
Jesus
those-
Christ.
Have you seen those commercials? The
Have you-
ones that we were
like,
just talking about?
You don't play games on your phone, so you don't get those ads that are just like.
Oh, dude, they pop up on me anywhere, though.
I know.
Anywhere.
Yeah. For me, it's whenever I'm like scrolling on Instagram or something like that. You know, actually, side note. Blake was like, "Who's this male Adonis who calls Steve?" Let me see a picture of him. And I tried to pull up your Instagram. You deleted your Instagram.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, there are pictures in the Facebook chat. Anyway, so Rise of the Kings. You said you had an anime that you was.
Yeah, they do a lot of these commercials where it's like, oh, people make spin-offs and parodies on it where it's like, you just killed a guy, and it's like, doesn't matter, I have 50 million power in this game, this pay-to-win game. I could get away with it. And I'm like, they've done adaptations of that in like Korean mangas and probably animes where it's like the game itself. Overlord does this.
Yeah.
Where it's like the game is finally like ending and like they can't fund it anymore and it's finally reached its end and it's like, you know, the player's like, all right, time to get it back into reality or kill myself.
Right.
And instead of that, the game becomes their life. Where it's
Right.
like, and I was like, that scares me a little bit because like the Korean mangas, they do a lot of that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what if there's some truth to all this?
No.
What if there is? Find that game you are your top game you're in, and that's where you're at in the world.
Yeah. I mean, but like you kind of are, aren't you? Because like if you can claim you're the number one in something,
I
just
know,
the
right?
number one
I
in
know.
something, then you
have
kind of
you have a claim to fame.
you have the claim to fame, right? But here's the anime I was going to tell you about. So there's this anime where the entire plot is this: there's a guy, and he's like some sort of technician for his college to pay for classes because he's super broke.
Mhm.
But he plays this game where the more money you have in the game equates to more
Yeah.
power.
Yeah.
Right. So he's out here and he's basically, they're like, he's still in the starter equipment. He hasn't bought a single pack of anything and blah, blah,
Oh,
blah.
you were telling me about this.
Yeah. But like, he just basically is so skilled at the game that he basically shows up and it's just like, oh, I leveled up the starter equipment so far now that the starter equipment had a secret ability that transforms into this. And now I have a dragon and everything. But the whole thing is, you can turn the money in the game into actual money in real
They
life.
do that a lot in those series where
Yeah.
it's like, you got 500 million coins. Well, every 100 coins is $1, and you're like, holy shit, I'm rich.
Right.
You know, crazy shit, dude. You're just
Right.
like,
Gun Gale Online, the spin-off of Sword Art
yeah,
Online.
yeah.
Same thing there too. Remember, it was like, oh, if you actually win tournaments and get these points or blah blah blah, you can actually cash them in for US dollars.
I have a friend who plays video games for a living. Well, he's a bartender too, but like it's also a little side hustle of his. He'll play like seasonal games, so like Diablo,
Yeah.
where like every season it resets. You got to rebuild your 100 levels, grind out the gear, you get the best items, and then you sell the items.
Yeah.
And you sell them for actual money. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
My brother, he's 12 years old. This is what he comes up to me before on Wednesday or Tuesday, and he's like, "Yeah, somebody offered me $300 for my Minecraft account," and he said no because he really likes the name.
Mhm.
So like,
Oh, dude.
when he was like 8, he was like, "I want to start a Minecraft account with me." He wanted to start a Minecraft account with me, and so I was like, "All right, what do you want to call it?" He's like, "Steam Block."
That's
And
a good one. That's a good name.
It's a good name, right? So I coined it, and so now his Minecraft account is called Sting Block. The email connected to it is called Sting Block.
Yeah.
All those things. And it's just like,
Dude, you should sell that to Steam and make it a blockchain.
The blockchain.
But that's the thing.
The future is
what,
crypto. No.
That's what they used to do with .com. The .com bubble was
Yeah.
all about that. You just buy a bunch of URLs and like you just hodl them and wait for someone who actually has usage for it, and then you'd pretty much market it to people.
Yeah.
Hey, do you have I don't know, like funnygames.com or some shit like that.
Or addicting
Or like
games,
yeah. Do you have like you just grab a name. Like if I typed in www.mywholename.com, someone has that URL.
Yeah.
I have to buy it off of someone or rent it or,
something. Right.
Monthly subscription to have that usage for it.
And that's what most games now. What?
Oh, for sure. And there's no shit on there, yeah.
If somebody goes viral out of nowhere, then they'll just be like, baby eats egg.
Well, Rooster Teeth talked about that too, where like one of them bought a URL that was like associated to a country. Yeah. And they wanted to buy it off of them.
Oh, Bernie.
Yeah.
Bernie.net. Right?
Yeah, and he told them to fuck off, and like on the page, like someone customized the page to say like "fuck Bernie" or something.
Gus modified the page to say "fuck Bernie," and Bernie was making all those outrageous claims. I want a statue of me holding a platypus with a cat and monsters in my other hand and everything. They were like, well, can you at least change it to not say "fuck Bernie"?
Well, dude, it's crazy. So like, I'm in this game, and the server that I'm in, they have their own URL.
They really do?
They do.
God.
It's the number 2 server in the entire game. So like
okay,
in 3,000 servers, they are the top 2nd server. They're 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I'm in that server right now, and it's like, dude, the amount of people who fucking just drop loads of money in there is crazy.
I know. I was actually talking to Cassie about that.
I wonder on it. I wonder so heavily on it because I'm like, you have to have the money to feed this addiction to this level.
Yeah.
No, but how do you do that though? When you're spending hundreds of thousands, how are you spending hundreds of thousands with it?
They have
but hold on.
Entire rehab facilities.
But that's not my point. My point is you have to have that money somewhere. You can't just borrow $100K. No bank is going to be like, all right, no, they don't just give you $100K loans. They either have that money or they have access to tap into that money.
Well, or they have a very high limit on a credit card.
But they have to have the credit to have that limit.
That's true.
That's what I'm saying. Like, no matter how you shake it out, they have the access to fucking tap into and spend that much.
Well, think about it this way, actually. How do you know they're not working for that game?
Oh, they could be, for sure.
Right, like...
For sure.
Because, like... Well, the only example I can remember is... You remember the lady? There was, like, an article about her. She went bankrupt playing Farmville on Facebook. And she was, like, every day she would, like, fully design her farm and pay so that things would grow really fast. And had all the equipment and all the animals and everything. You're just, like... I mean, I was around when Facebook started, right? Like, we were in 7th grade when Facebook just popped up. And so we all started playing Farmville at the same time. And yet, there are some people that were just like, this is my new life.
Right, but that's the thing. There are people like that.
Yeah.
That are like, I think it's like this, because I actually got to know one of these guys on a more personal level. It didn't seem like he was a developer or part of the company. But, like, he was just like, I have so much money, I don't know what to do with it. He's like, I am top. He's like, I'm top in this game, in Clash, and this game, and this game. And I'm like, holy fuck, dude. He's like, yeah, it's like, when you have that much money, you just throw it. Just throw it at things.
Honestly, though. But why would he? Like, if I had $1 billion right now, I'd buy a house, and then I still have like $999 or $995 million. So it's like, okay, I guarantee you, if I had $1 million, I would basically just be on my laptop or playing TFT or League of Legends.
But that's the thing, is like,
and throwing money at that.
You get bored.
You do.
You get bored, even with all that money. I was thinking about that I have a friend. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that was the thing, right? Even in One Punch Man, what does he resort to? He starts playing games with a guy who's fucking best at every game in the world.
Video game player in the world.
He's like, okay, everything else is too easy for me. I'm going to do something that's actually a challenge. Play video games with Mr. Number One over here.
Right.
You know, like...
And I still find it funny too because he's diverting a good Saitama is diverting a good solid portion. Because where does he live? He lives in a literal pot. He doesn't have to pay for
He lives in
living
Z
there,
City, which is just
so
if
rubble in the hero thing.
well, if you know the series at all, it's or like past the anime.
Yeah.
So
I'm reading the manga. I'm up to date. I know where he lives now.
So Z City, yeah. So Z City was right under Monster headquarters.
Right above, technically, but yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
And like, dude, he
Nerds.
doesn't change his shit, and yet he gets bumped up to living in this facility full of A class hunters, heroes.
And my favorite part about that is when they were like, "We want all these heroes to live in this thing. We'll pay for your rent, food, board, everything."
Yeah.
He was like, "All right, hold on then." Walks over to the literal pile of rubble that is his city. And is just digging for his whole apartment. Finds it, pulls it up, and goes, "All right, rice cooker,
Yeah.
bed,
Yeah.
all this stuff, cool." Furnishes his place. It's the same place he had, but like he's just his only. You're right. He just is like, "I'm so powerful. The only thing that can challenge me is playing games with King." It's now King is just like, "Yeah, I show up all the time." And I love King. He's my favorite character in One Punch Man.
Of course he is.
He is me. He is me. No, so
that dude is just. I think his superpowers. He just has ultimate luck, dude.
So his the gag with King is he's the complete opposite of Saitama. So Saitama is super strong, defeats these monsters, but gets no credit for it. King is super weak, defeats no one. Right, but he gets all the credit Saitama gets for destroying monsters. Like the first monster he kills, the giant guy that he punches in the face, King was standing right where he landed. And he was just like, "King defeated the giant guy again, yay!" And he's just like, "No, I really didn't, but you guys gave me too much money." Ugh. He was like, "You guys are giving," they gave me too much money now. So I can't say I'm not actually strong. But like, because he has the 3 scars on his face, there's this beautiful episode where they go to a hot springs and they challenge him. They're like, "King, did you murder this man?" And he goes, "No, I found the body later this night. I let the front desk know, and that was all I did." And they're like, "Huh, so nobody can confirm confirm or deny that you were a part of this murder and everything?" And so his heart starts beating. But everybody around him just thinks that's the King engine and that it's him charging up his power. In reality, he's just so weak that his own chest is like a cave. So his heartbeat resonates throughout his whole body. So he's just like, "If you're challenging my innocence, of course I have to prepare myself." But in reality, he's just like, "Yeah, just leave me alone, please."
He is the most innocent con artist.
Like genuine, but like the thing is though, because he's really not. He's really not. He tries so hard to avoid everything, and then the world just comes at him. They're like, "King, you saved us, yay!" And he's like, he ran away from a fight, and he was like, "All those people are dead, and it's my fault." Wrong. The guy waited for him, and then Saitama showed up just out of nowhere. Was like, "What are you doing here?" Flick, and then walked away. And then the other times, he just stands there, and they just surrender immediately. And he is me. He is me. If there was ever an anime character, him and Subaru from Konosuba, both of them are just, we're gonna do something. It's gonna suck, but it's gonna work because they use it to their advantage too. Like when they were fighting the Monster Association, they were all like, "We need to lure everybody into one thing, so that way Saitama could just show up and end it." The Elder Grand Centipede, remember?
Oh yeah.
And he was like, "So King, you stand right here." And then the Centipede is like, "King, the strongest of them all, the potential equal to Bang." And he goes, "Saitama, where the fuck are you?" I love that character so much. Like, that's who I want to be in life. Just in general.
You are that. So you're already there.
I'm almost there. I don't have a Saitama. I don't have a Saitama. I need a Saitama.
He wasn't looking for a Saitama.
He wasn't looking for a Saitama, but Saitama landed on his lap. That's what happened. No, he cannot be my Saitama. Why? Because he doesn't. If I need help, I have to be like, "Steve, listen. I have a genuine reason.
Yeah, she's technically there always.
She is technically there, but I won't let her do it because it's
Mom.
no. My mom handles logistics.
Your mom's the person in the chair. Like impossible.
She is. My mom is my person in the chair.
It just reminds me of the Spider-Man movie where his roommate is not trying to help him.
That's so right. I was like, I also.
I'm not trying to be your guy in the chair. Bro.
Well, like, also fuck that guy. High key. Listen, if any of you guys were superheroes, I'd be your guy in the chair, just because I ain't trying to actually be on the field. Can you imagine? I would be so bad in the field. Let me be your man. Let me be your Wade. Let me be your Wade. You need a ride to kombucha or some bullshit.
Wade didn't really do much. He was just giving them information they probably already knew.
Well, no, but he was also that guy.
Tracking them, right? Like just so they don't have to look themselves.
Well,
He's got friend finder on there.
No, he was doing so much other. He was like
they're just sharing locations with him.
I don't know if he ever made them weapons though.
He did. Well, no, his dad, Kim Possible's dad, did that mostly. But like, if you really look at Wade was like running the books. He was like Kim Possible, June 13th, saved the Prime Minister of Japan or some bullshit. And so now when they were like, we need to get on a plane so we can make it to so and so, he was like, don't worry, I already got it. I called the Prime Minister of Japan. He's sending you a plane your way right now. She could literally go anywhere in the world just on favors. Like, my God. Like, why don't we have that? I want, like, we know some pilots, but they don't want to fly me anywhere.
Some pilots?
We know I know Justin. Justin's a pilot. But if I want Justin to fly me anywhere, I gotta save his life or some bullshit. Gotta save people's
Some
lives.
bullshit, man. Saving lives. Fuck that noise.
Listen, you and me had a whole job where what was our whole prerogative? Making life safer for the customer, giving them brand new tires and making sure that they could get from point A to point B. And you didn't give a shit about saving their lives.
I just said that.
All right, good. I just want to make sure.
Dude, I'm a bartender now. What do you think?
I know, I don't care either.
I do care. I really do. Honestly.
We care
I care
if
a
you
lot.
die. We don't want you to die. But do not expect us to make your life safer.
Well, you're an adult. Make your fucking decisions for yourself.
I'm an adult. Look at my decisions.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like, well, not that. But what I'm saying is like, you're old enough to make cognitive choices. You are now brandished as an adult. If you want to drink alcohol, it's legal. You know, if you want to smoke weed, it's legal here.
I'm just a child with a substance abuse permit. I'm allowed to abuse substances as a child. No, I'm just kidding. I'm an adult. I believe that. I pay my bills. My taxes, you know, and I cook. What goes into being an adult, really, though? Like, what is so different between 50-year-old adults and us? I could have a kid.
More
tomorrow.
responsibility.
More responsibility?
Yeah.
Yeah, more bills, I guess.
That's responsibility.
Well, okay. If I was paying electricity, water, gas, rent, internet, phone, insurance. Well, if I'm not, I said rent. Then we could switch out rent for. If I'm paying all 7 of those bills, right?
Car insurance.
I said insurance.
Medical insurance.
I included it all. So car, medical, dental,
health.
That's medical, isn't it? Is
Yeah.
medical different? Yeah. Okay. No. So if I'm paying all 9 of those bills, right? Then I'm an adult, and no one's allowed to tell me I'm a child. Right? My mother.
Why do you need all of that?
Still her child.
Hey, I'm still her child, yeah.
Why do you need all that to be considered an adult?
No, I'm asking you what goes into actually fully claiming you're an adult. Because I know I'm an adult, right? But if I walk into a room with a bunch of 40-year-olds, right, I'm going to feel out of place. Because I'm going to...
They're just older than you, right?
That's on you, bro. Sorry, that's on you.
Is that
no
on me?
offense? But like I bartend. I shoot the shit with the daytime regulars, and they're on average probably 40 or older.
Yeah.
I get along with them just fine.
Actually,
I think it's all perspective. I think you look at them and you go, these guys have 20 years on me. They must be more adult than I am.
But the thing is,
I-
it's like age doesn't equate to wisdom.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. It's all in his head.
No.
Because those 40-year-olds, they talk about cars more than anybody else. They're still in that high
Yeah, but
school
I can't-
car talk
I
mindset.
can't talk about cars. I cannot.
But you know what I mean? Like,
Remember the fucking the jet engine?
here's the thing. I do remember that.
I had no idea that's how big a fucking transmission was. I thought it was like a box.
This is the thing. Everyone wants to stay young. No one wants to grow the fuck up. Not entirely. Everyone gets to that age. It's like they always say it, right? Like you're trying to sprint to 16 because that's driving and that's like your first sign of freedom. And then your next fucking phase is 18 to 21 because 18 you could vote, 21 you can drink and kind of everything else.
People would rather want to put like 18 to 22 in like
A bubble?
a bubble and just live those years.
Yeah, but they
No.
Yeah.
No.
Actually, no.
I would.
So many people that just
If you, I mean, I don't disagree with what you're saying, but personally, to me, fuck that.
But I feel like so many people are still in that thing where it's like I peaked in college.
Or high school.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
currently- I'm
dude.
still on my way to the peak. Right
Well,
now.
look- Well, look at people and look how they're
Watch
living
me.
their lives. Look at people and look how they're living their lives now.
Yeah.
You can see it as clear as day. Like you could walk into a room and you go, "This feels like high school." Probably because everyone's acting like like they were in high school. Because guess what? That's when they peaked.
Actually, though, like high key, Cassie's job right now is like exactly like that. Like there are people in the company that are like, I fuck with this person, I fuck with this person. We clicks. Like we're clicking this.
For sure.
Yeah. And then there's Cassie, and she's just like, I'm like, make friends, go join their cliques and everything. She's like, no. It's not drama, but it's like she is now at the age of like, listen, I know people that are into what I'm into, and those are the people that I'm gonna talk to. If you're not into what I'm into, I'm not gonna pretend. It's just like me in sports. I'm never gonna pretend to actually give a fuck about sports. It's just not in my. It's just not in my ability to do. You know what I mean?
I see it like this. I see so many walks of life, and they all act so differently. In variable age ranges, and it's just a matter of looking how people behave and associating that to how you would remember that behavior. Right. I see people who who still act like I said, they're still in high school, or they're still trying to party like they were in college. Or I see people who are actually just growing the fuck up.
My mom actually never left college.
Some people don't. Because this is why. Because again, that was when they peaked. That is when they hit the height of their life.
No, look at how my mom is. She's even like, not just that, but like, look at, like, she's like in group chats with you guys. Like look at
I'm
that.
not even in group chats with you.
Right.
Like, I'm in group chats. I'm not.
But you're not like participating in group chats. Right.
Like I'm the old man in the group chat.
Right.
Your mom's up in this stuff.
My mom's like, look at me, and they're like, wow, look at, oh my god, and then there's you, me, and Steve just like,
Well, you're just like,
I don't get group chat messages on my phone.
Well, I think that's how it goes with women, man. Like, no, like I'm not gonna try and like put that on the general population of women, but like my mom does the same thing. Where now that she's done having to adult and take care of children,
Yeah.
she wants to fucking go back to her fun years. And I don't blame her, dude. Go for it. You're fucking old. You're older now, and like you've gone through the contract of 18, right? When we turn 18, we're fucking flying the coop, right?
Yeah.
After that, dude, if I'm the same way, now it's me time. My dad did the same shit. He said, when you're 18, I don't give a shit what you do. Now he still cares, and he still obviously holds that fucking father value and that adulting in there, but at the same time, it's less, right? The spectrum of him being fully responsible for me has dwindled a lot, where he's like, I'm not responsible for you, but I care enough for you to make sure that,
Right.
to give you the right advice or to make sure you're not doing the dumbest shit,
Yeah.
you know?
I mean, like, you're right though. Like for most parents, they're just like, oh, my kid finally figured it out. Like, here's the thing. My dad at this point is very much like, he's now learning that the consequences of his choices. They aren't consequences. He loves his life, and I mean that. I know people that say they love their life. My dad is very much like wakes up every day and is just like, fuck yes. Like I'm gonna go. Like work is kind of tough, sure, but he looks in the eyes of his 3 glorious, perfect children, and then he's like, I fucking nailed it. But he does still have a 12 and a 9-year-old at home, and he's stuck with them until they're at least 26. Because I love my siblings, I do, but like I know how the world works now. I get what's going on. They're gonna grow up and they're gonna be at my dad's house until they're like fucking 26. They're gonna have to buy a new bunk bed for when they have sleepovers in their adult years. It's gonna be hilarious. But like, yeah, I get it. It's like being an adult now is just really a matter of perspective for yourself. Like if you feel like an adult and you're above.
Well, I was gonna say, dude, I find that at the bars, and my bar doesn't have a lot of these. I know a few bars that do, but the women that are like the horniest are usually single mothers whose kids are 18 or plus.
Just what we were talking about last week, where if like you're a single dad, just that he's wait for you to get something.
Yeah. He's just like, yeah, if you're a single.
Just a chick magnet,
Basically, yeah. If you're a single dad.
Well, if you're a successful single dad, let's.
Yeah, we have to preface that. If you're a single
You're still
dad,
if
if you're picking your kids up in sweatpants, you're not gonna get
you're
it.
still out.
coming out from a workout, though.
But like if you're
But there's a whole different idea of sweatpants and like workout pants.
Yeah.
You know, so it's it's
like-
sweatpants and sweats.
Right.
That's the distinguishing.
Like if you're hitting the gym and you're coming off, it's still different. If you're, I mean, when you're, I'm talking like pure,
Like I just woke up,
right, like
not doing shit.
right, like I like 5 o'clock shadow, scruffy hair, wearing like a really baggy,
If you're still out looking for the milk,
right,
no one wants you. I
right,
promise.
exactly, like
You're not gonna find that magic. Oh, we grabbed the milk at the same time. Wow.
right.
No.
But if you're coming off of your 9 to 5, picking up your kid, and a single mom sees you, shit, my guy, you're gonna be beating him off with a stick. But it goes both ways too, though. If you're a single dad and you have no idea what you're doing, you're just running the single moms, just like be in my life, be in my life, and help me raise children.
Teach me how to do this better.
Right, like make me into a better man, which women for some reason love.
Oh hell yeah, dude. Dude, this is the psychology as far as I know. Again, take it with a grain of salt. This is not fact, and don't fucking scourge me for it. But I feel like
in the comments,
But-
the 8 subscribers we have. No, just kidding.
women really like to try and tame untamed men.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
But you have to find that fine line. If you're completely untamable, then you're a lost cause. But if you have some form of being able to show them that you have some form of tame ability,
Yeah.
where they can control and help shape you into the man they want you to be, by all means they will. But if you're off hinged, you have no chance of changing, it's kind of a lost cause.
Yes.
They kind of see that. Girls are very fucking smart. So there's the caveat. So don't scourge me. Because at the end of the day, girls are super fucking smart, man.
A lot of them are, but they're smart. And I gotta say,
Even the ones you think that aren't, I think they are.
Like psychologically, they
Oh, for sure, for
Yeah.
sure.
But hear me out. E.g.
psychologically though.
Psychologically, yes.
You don't have to psychologically do shit to friends unless you're just that kind of person.
That's the thing, though. It's like look at the spectrum of things, right? And it's like a lot of people want to shoot for the fucking stars,
That's true.
right? And that's why you get, I don't know E.G.'s case, but that's why you get some girls who are like always down in the dumps because they shoot for these guys that are like, it is that, wow, this
He's
guy has
super smart now.
so much potential.
Yeah.
If I could just tap into that for him and help him like access that, dude, I've bagged a winner. There's a lot of risk involved in that because it's the same thing with you, or that we've talked about with you, though. It's like you have all this potential to tap into, yet you haven't. So it's like,
I've tapped into it a little bit.
but here's what I'm saying though, is like,
Also, wait.
if you're
before-
kinetically using this much and people see that much of you, how much worth of an investment is it for you to be like, okay, how much do I have to put in to make him see and tap into the rest of this?
I also wanna come back and say, actually, E.G. is brilliant, and now that she's found that really nice guy, she is really smart.
But also, she does the thing that hella girls do, where they pretend
Right.
For sure.
Because it's threatening.
They don't want to, like, some dudes.
Well, it's a masculine thing, right? It's emasculating.
Yeah.
Like that's just the word for it, right? Like it's not a bad thing, but that's just how it, like, from the guy's perspective. Like, and again, I don't see it like that in a lot of cases, but like it's a confidence thing, right? It's not emasculation because it's naturally emasculating. That's straight up just showing how confident or how sure you are of yourself.
Yes.
Right? If you see this girl who's a fucking brilliant, has it all together, and you are like cowering because of that, obviously she's out of your fucking league.
I will say, actually, it's funny because me and Cassie had not an argument, but we had like a conversation about it. Because you see, because Cassie works and she's, brilliant and hardworking and, devoted to, growing herself and, doing everything. And so I see that and I go, oh my God, I don't put in enough for the relationship. So she actually came up to me yesterday and was like, Kendall, you need to stop. And I'm like, stop doing what? She goes, when I get home, you always tell me sit on the couch and relax and don't do anything while you're cleaning the house or cooking or doing everything. Let me fucking help you. And I was like, but you do all that work. She's like, I get I do a lot of work, but also it's fine. This is our house. We live here together. I can help you with things. And I was like, all right, then do the one thing. And she was like, okay. And then she kind of did the one thing. And then she was like, all right, I get it. But like, and the other thing too is I don't feel emasculated by Cassie 99.9% of the time. But that 0.1% of the time, we are playing Legend of Zelda in the new one, right? And you remember in the old one, they had shrines too. So you had to solve the tiny little puzzle or whatever. So Cassie likes solving the puzzle. But it gets to a point where I'm like, do you not think I could solve the puzzle? I can solve the puzzle. And then she's like, I know you can solve the puzzle, but I could also solve the puzzle, I think, a little bit better than you. And I'm like, oh. But then again, me and Cass have been together for 9 years. So at this point, masculinity is a dumb idea.
See, then that's like I've started to maybe realize this, or maybe it's delusional. Delusional Delusional? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Delusional realization.
Mm-hmm.
Where I think I intimidate too many people. Male and female.
I will say this about you. If I did not know you now, and
yeah, you've had 2015. You have had 8 years. You have 8 years to realize what the fuck this is right here.
Right, but like here's my thing. Here's what I learned. Right, when I first met you, you didn't look like this. Right, you kind of look like this, but you didn't look like this.
I know, but the energy that I fucking just carry around all the time,
right?
Dude.
But like your energy is very like approachable. You know what I mean?
It's super welcoming, that's for sure. But dude, I think we did the bonfire, and then I think right after that I was like, all right, I don't know you guys, but pool party at my place.
Yeah.
Next week.
Right. And then immediately at that I was like, this man is a ride or die. But what sealed the deal for me, and I talk shit about this weekend all the time, because again, it was because again for me it was a shit weekend. For me at least. For me, I was right. But the moment that weekend happened, I was all like, oh, okay. This man is not threatening, but instead is actually just incredibly loving and incredibly caring, but also kind of needs someone to like ride shotgun with him just a little bit. And that's what sealed the deal for me, because I was like, cool, I can be that shotgun. Like if you needed someone to like protect you or like raise you up or anything, I would have had my hands full. I would have been like, right. But if you need someone to ride shotgun and just be like, hey, eyes on the road, buddy. Like I could be that man. And that's why I was like, all right, not intimidated. But you know who is weirdly intimidating? Chris. Chris now is very weirdly intimidating, but also, again, I've been through a lot of things with him too. So now I'm just like, oh no, it's not intimidation. He's just achieving Zen. He's just achieving Zen now at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me, however, I'm just, all man, all muscle,
I'm just surprised anyone thinks you're intimidating.
No, I think I'm effectively a teddy bear. You can see.
You and Reese.
Nah, Reese could be intimidating though.
No.
Yeah,
No.
Reese could be super intimidating. No, it's his smile. It's his smile that makes him not intimidating.
Reese has like maybe a resting bitch face.
No.
Nah, if Reese mean mugged it, if Reese came
No.
out, I know. That's what I'm saying. If you
Yeah,
look,
you're stating a scenario that would never happen.
I know. Like I was gonna say, like it's for Reese. It's the fact that when he smiles, I love this man so much. When he smiles, your heart just melts, and you're just like, that man deserves everything good. In
But
this
he's also
world.
just super soft spoken.
He's so soft. He's never
I
loud.
don't think there's ever been a time where I looked at him and I'm like, oh shit. No, I just was like, what's up? And he was like, hey. And I was like, all right.
Yeah, right.
I'm on this vibe.
Like
I'm on this vibe.
Right. His vibe is unmatched.
Reese is like a guy who's just been toking all of his life and he's just naturally high all the time.
Right.
And that's how he
but
speaks.
He's never touched drugs.
Yeah.
I will say this: when we were in high school, a lot of people were intimidated by Charles.
Just because he doesn't talk.
It was because he was like, you know how high school is drama. You know, like, oh, who are you? Who do you rep? Like, who are you with? Like, who do you know? Blah blah blah. Charles was above all that shit. Charles was like, don't bring that shit here.
I feel like I was similar in that. Because I think same thing. St. Francis had a lot of little drama cliques. Like it was that like textbook movie high school. And I was just like, I ain't here for it.
Mine was literally like with 200 kids just in one packed hallway all the time. It was actually
Dude, there was gossip being thrown left and right every day. And I was just like, dodge, slip, dodge, roll.
I was always just like, let me have that shit. I lived for the drama.
I think I had an RBF at that time. I feel like I had an RBF aura.
I have You wish.
No, I do.
Do people actually think you have RBF?
I do have RBF.
I guess I can't get it. I look at those little cheeks. The little cheeks of yours.
When I walk around in public, like
You're like,
I don't have a fear.
I try. I will be honest. When I am alone in public, I do try very hard to come off as intimidating.
There's no way, bro.
No. Think about it.
There's no way. Look at the shirt you're wearing right now.
What?
Look at your shirt.
Yeah.
Well, I don't wear things like
But even
these.
if you was in a suit, I don't think it would make a difference.
Kendall, you know why? You know why you can't be intimidating? Because at some point, someone's going to ask you, hey, that's a nice hoodie. Where'd you get it? And 50% of the time, you're going to say, it's actually my girlfriend's. That alone.
Yeah.
You said 50, it's like freaking 80.
I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I gave him the benefit of the doubt.
I wear that Letterman now. I wear that. Yeah.
I gave him the benefit of the doubt.
I think I could be intimidating if I tried, but it only lasts for. It's like
Your intimidation would be like similar to mine, where it's just hyper energy, and you're just like kind of get the crazy eyes going. That's where your intimidation shows. It's not in this like, oh my god, this guy's scaring me by being so stoically fucking like chiseled right now. No, you would just be like, the crazy eyes are coming out. I am freaking the fuck out around this guy.
So basically,
It looks like he's ready to go fucking
By being a tweaker.
a little bit. But
It is
dude,
so
I have the
much
same kind of
energy to be
shit,
a
dude.
tweaker.
Like I said, that's why I think my intimidation factor comes. It's like people are not prepared for the energy that I have to offer.
I will be
Because it's in like it is in love and care, and it's like it could be a lot.
Yeah.
It could be a fuck, dude. It's a lot to me. And I care about myself a lot.
I will say though, I don't get intimidated easily. I did get intimidated recently.
You are. Have you ever seen Kung Fu Hustle?
Yeah.
You're like the soap guy. Punch.
Wait. Maybe I don't remember.
It was a dude who was just like had the soap body. Every time you punched him, everything would just slide off his body. That's you with intimidation. Someone's like, "What the fuck's up?" And you're like, "Whoa,
Oh my.
hey."
The last time I was actually intimidated, I met this guy named Vaughn, and I was like trying to so it was me and Cassie's boss, and then her husband, and then Cassie, right? And so it was all four of us. And then I was like, okay, well, Cassie and her boss should probably talk because they know each other and everything. I'm gonna talk to Vaughn, and we're gonna connect. And then Vaughn straight up, I love the fool. This was great. He's like, oh, yeah, I work with heavy machinery for the city. Wearing a full suit. I was like, oh, okay, this man's stoic as fuck. Like he's not gonna talk to me or anything. So I was like, all right, plan B, become best friends with his wife. That's what I did in like mere minutes. And then guess what happened? His wall came down and he told me about his little side project, and I wish him all the luck. He wants to do spooky pasta videos. And but when you see this man, this like blonde haired, blue eyes, physically fit dad in his 40s, right, wearing a full, suit and everything. And he's like, yeah, my dream is to do spooky pasta videos.
Oh, like creepypastas?
Yeah, creepypasta videos. And it was hilarious because he was not talking to anybody. And then out of nowhere, he was just like, you're a cool guy, Kendall. And then they actually think I'm the happiest person they know.
I think that
Most people think I'm the happiest person I know.
I was gonna say, people at my gym think I'm like the most socialist. Sorry. They think I'm the most social butterfly. Yeah.
Socialism!
They think I'm like, and I don't ever see it. I don't ever notice it until it's like too settled in.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you just talked to like 20 people you don't know at the gym.
Right.
I didn't notice.
recently being stoic. I don't know why.
Stoicism is awesome. That's why. Let's read Marcus Aurelius' Meditations.
Watch
and you'll understand.
How to Train a Dragon. You're going to tell me Hiccup's dad was not a G? Man was a G 10 ways to Sunday. Man was like, I'm going to kill dragons. And then his son was like, Dad, that hurts my feelings. And you know what he did? He was like, you know what, son? No, he was like, you know what, son? I love you.
Well, he
We're
did
gonna
say,
stop.
fuck your feelings for a minute.
Initially, yes, because
But then he got his life saved, and he was like, yo, you're onto something.
right. Well, to be fair, right? Before fucking Toothless saved Hiccup, what did he know about dragons? He knew A, they killed his wife. B, they burned down his village every other fucking week. And that was all he needed to know. And then he was like, oh, you saved my son? All right, fine. Dragons are cool.
So he's not
shit.
wrong in his decisions, though.
No, he's not.
I'm not disagreeing. with you.
Yeah, I was saying he's a G. My whole
agree.
thing is
100%.
he's a 100. And then
But you can't negate the fact that he did say "fuck your feelings."
he did say, well, he thought his son was being stupid, as parents do.
That's essentially saying "fuck your feelings."
Yeah,
Feelings are illogical. You know that, right?
Yeah, of course they're
And
illogical.
he's going, "You're being so illogical right now. You're trying to be friends with things that have been trying to kill us since my dad's been running this show."
Right. Since your ancestors upon ancestors.
We had other countries that we knew. We used to fucking get into huddles and meetings and hang out with these guys.
And now there's like 3 of us left.
Now we're on an island.
Yeah, that's fair. But like his name, I only brought him up because his name was actually called Stoic.
Stoic the Vast.
Yeah,
Stoic the Vast. Fucking find a better name than that.
Honestly though, right? Like, I wish we still did that shit. Where like we gave people like titles. You know what I mean? At least in small groups. It'd be like Steve the Strong. Or yeah, what's mine? None. I made one. I mean, I did run a whole campaign on waffles.
Yeah, but waffle is like, there's only 2 foods people think of when they think of you: it's waffles and cinnamon. Right?
Yeah, there was pie for a while. Pie was there in 5th grade. But then I outgrew pie and moved over to waffles.
Pizza when I think of Steve just because of this freaking tag.
Pizza Steve. Yep. And then I think of butterflies when I think of you, unfortunately.
There's also a picture of me next to like this unicorn.
Yep. It's so funny because that doesn't match him at all. Like, there's nothing I love you. There's nothing majestic about you. There's just pure and unadult. Like, if your vibe was like an actual piece of material, it would just be one. Nah, it would be one marble cube. Like, it's just one brick of like marbles. It's just like, this is Vanille. And it'd be like, why? He goes, try to get in. try to get past that initial wall. And then
that with like a couple of outdents, like have spikes on it. Punch me, I dare you.
It would be
Yeah.
It
You're
would
gonna do more damage to you than to me. I promise.
Like, do you have the proper tools to take on this challenge? No, come back again. But I mean, like, again, you're still here with me, so ride or die, bro. Whatever you need, I'm there. I want a cool nickname. I want like Kendall the Conqueror.
Pass.
I know that
You're the
ultimately.
last person I think that would try to conquer something.
I feel like you're not gonna shake the hop along waffle. There's no way.
I broke my leg one time. One time.
Kendall
Broke
the
your leg one time and then jumped in the pool with the cash.
Gumby.
You don't even know how I got the nickname Hop Along Waffles. You don't even
You
remember.
were hopping at dinner dance.
Nope. I was Hop Along Waffles because I didn't want to use my crutch when I was trying to collect things when Mr. Wakefield would hand back test. And he was like, get over here, Hop Along.
I thought it was a dinner dance thing where you were on
Nah, he just started, Mr. Wakefield started calling me Hop Along, yeah.
But I thought it was at the dinner dance.
Kendall the Gumby.
The Gumby? The Gumby.
Gumby was sick, dude. He used to be a cowboy.
I'm thinking of Gimp.
You ever seen Gumby?
The clay.
Yeah, the green clay guy with the horse and the cowboy hat. That's you. Nailed it. Fucking spot on.
What? That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
You move like it sometimes, bro.
I said Steve the Strong. Nobody said nothing. Nobody said anything. And I get Kendall the Gumby. Could I at least be like a magic card? At least
Kendall the Splash.
the splash. Because
Nothing happened.
I fucking take Rainbow over fucking Gumby. God damn it. But it sucks that those are my choices. And Kendall the Sudowoodo. Kendall the Sudowoodo.
Hey, you're a rock type. Come on now.
I'm a bonsai tree. That's my whole move. That's my whole thing. What do I do?
Rock slide.
Rock slide. And I hit things.
And you miss half the time.
You're right. Like, I have a hit rate of like, fuck. Hey. Hey. You know who I am? I'm a Wobba Fett.
Counter.
I'll count it. I am Wobba Fett.
I feel like he's Wobba Fit.
Nah, he's not.
Dude, he
Wobba
uses
Fett.
counter more than you do.
Correct, but when I do use counter,
Kendall,
it matters.
dude, Vanille goes, I've already heard that one 20 different times over. Let me tell you one that's going to hurt your feelings.
The one, hey, I'll take that. He's special at least. At least he's special. Sudowoodo was nothing other than Brock's fucking thirst trap defense mechanism. Like, Brock was getting.
Steve needs.
What?
Steve doesn't need anybody. No. Brock would fall for a thirst trap, and then Sudowoodo would smack the shit out of him. Right? Steve don't need that shit. Steve don't need that. Steve is, if anybody's
I need Max
Sudowoodo,
Repel.
right? If anybody's I was actually telling a friend about your problem the other day, and he said exactly what you say every time. He goes, "I wish I had that problem." And I was like,
I told you, dude.
And I was like, "No, you don't, my guy." I was like, "Why?" And he was like, "Well, you really don't. You ain't once you're out of the whole like, all right, because you know that whole thing where it's like before." Like those videos of like my dad before he got nerfed. And it's like fucking Spider 2099 fucking like clawing his way up a train. And then it says in parentheses, nerf equals getting married. That's basically what it is. I feel like I just want to defend myself though, because again, right? Stoic the Vast, Steve the Strong, Vanille, who is actually the Stoic. Vanille is the Stoic.
All right, let's get back to topic.
Why? What topic? We were talking about play to win games, and then we moved over to what?
Well, actually, I did have a question. Well, we actually went into...
Don't get me started on One Piece.
Well,
One Punch.
I
Okay.
was almost about to flame women, but I didn't.
I
So I need to go back to that. Just
Yeah, you need to go
cover
back
my
to
tracks a little bit more.
the flame your women.
Where in the social psychological aspect of life, age-wise, do you think women start to understand how smart they really are? Do you think they do?
Are we taking into account trauma?
Oh, I mean, that's what brings their fucking
Like,
genius
you're
out.
talking about like the psychological side, right?
Right, but if we're saying we're saying at what age would an average woman come into the psychological genius that is a woman?
Okay,
that is women.
right. So
Like,
okay. So let's look at it like this, right?
I did not hear what you said.
For men, right? Or like you said that you kind of started understanding your own consciousness in like 7th grade.
Yes.
Right, that's like stage 1, right? That's stage 1.
Yes.
Stage
Understanding
2,
that I am a conscious person.
Now, so that's baseline for all humans, right?
Yeah.
Stage 2 is, I feel like women tap into this way fucking better, way faster than us. Where do you think they do?
I gotta say it's after high school.
You think after?
I think
Mid high school going into college.
I was gonna say mid high school, but I mean, again, in my high school, in my class, or only.
Starting girls definitely get into high school.
I was gonna say, I
Nah.
feel like it's like a class change, like in video games, where it's like choose your class, and like they have that window in between that time period. I think the same thing. I think it's like junior year is when they start the brains, their fucking gears start to turn, and then it's a matter of how well they did in from junior to senior year. That kind of carries them into how they'll perform if they go to college post high school.
Yeah.
Right. Because I think like girls who go through like hoe phases early on usually stick in their hoe phase and kind of just claim hoe identity a little bit, right? Where they're like, dude, my body fucking sells. Get what I want with
Those
this.
facts. Those
Right.
facts. Yeah.
And that's the psychology. That's where their psychology plays around. Where they're like, I know certain people like that. Where they're like, I know I can get what I want if I just fucking give this up all the time, but only in the ways that I want to, and and as long as they pay the right price, you know. And I know other
Same
girls that
here.
are like, nope, I had a very clean record. We're gonna keep it that way, but at the same time, about to razz the fuck out of a lot of people.
I gotta.
I've coined that word now. I don't know if it's been coined before, but like, so there's Riz now, right? It's
Yeah, Riz.
short for charisma.
Mad Riz.
And yeah, I think I all right, Michael Hearn, calm
What?
down. Michael Hearn, relax.
Monkey covering eyes emoji.
Have you seen those? I'd have to ask you because I know he probably hasn't. The Michael Hearn. You know who Michael Hearn is? Have you seen those like memes where it's like, bill was $10, I left a $5, keep the change, and it shows the Michael Hearn like Riz face.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
I probably have seen this man's face.
You've probably
but
seen it, but I know you don't know who Michael Hearn is.
I don't know names. I had to remind myself who Julia Roberts was yesterday. I was remembering. No. I was going over the 4. If I was a billionaire, right? I was like, who would be the 4 women that are actually intimidating to me? And number 1 was Michelle Obama.
Nope.
Yes.
Not to me.
Nah. Well, not to you, but to me, there's nah. If I'm a billionaire, my mom does not intimidate me anymore. All right. Because I made my money. I fucking made it. All right. She can't say anything about how I live my life.
Your attack in half, bro.
Fucking, she just cut
Pokemon.
Power of mom. Cut stats in half. Your stats are half as effective against mom.
Mom's skill is intimidate, cut, attack.
No, but that's low-key why also Michelle Obama is intimidating as fuck me. Because the disappointment of not only a wife, like a first lady, but also a black mom. Yo, dog. Like even Obama is like, listen, if Michelle wants something, Michelle gets something. Have you seen how she walks around and talks to people? She's like, listen, I run this household.
I would just think, see, that's the thing. I don't see that as an intimidation. I just see that as a headache.
Right. That's why it's
that's not intimidation either. I just think that's annoying.
Yeah, no. Jada Pinkett, I do not get intimidated by that. She's not confident enough in her womanly charm.
That's all.
Even without her hair, she still has womanly charm. She should feel confidence in that.
No, the way I see Jada Pinkett is more of like she thinks she has she thinks she can talk really well, but she's really just copping herself out. That's all she did. She was like, remember how he said this was cheating on you? Like,
yeah,
cop out.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna say it in such a nice way and in front of a camera where you can't fucking
lose your shit.
Yeah. And
I
you're Will
will
Smith,
say-
so you really can't lose your shit.
Yeah, I will say she made Will Smith from. He's now the fresh bitch of Bel Air, like high key. But besides the point, my top 4 most intimidating women in the world are Michelle Obama, Oprah.
Nope.
Go
go ahead. I'm just.
Julia Roberts, and then Angelina Jolie.
I could see Julia. I could see the Julia Roberts one just because the roles that she plays in films.
You try staring at Angelina Jolie's face for 10 straight minutes.
Like her persona's not.
No, she's super nice. She's super nice.
Yeah.
But look at the role she's played as well. She's fucking Tomb Raider. She's fucking did the Wanted.
Curve the bullet.
She did curve the fucking whole thing. And then that newest Marvel one.
Oh, she did Mr. and Mrs. Smith. She did Eternals. She did Fantastic Four. No, that was at Jessica Alba.
That was Jessica Alba.
Jessica Alba's bae.
Dude,
you have both my guy. We get along.
Can you imagine being that sexy for 10 minutes? Just
Dude.
imagine people saying your name and everybody just stops for 10 minutes, for 10 seconds to go, fuck it, Jessica Alba.
She killed it, bro. I don't know why
she
she
fucking-
fell off the world, but she killed it.
Like a few weeks ago, she was at a basketball game, and everyone's still like, "That's Jessica Alba."
No, Jessica Alba, she fucking Ghost
I
Whisper.
take my chance.
She fucking did Ghost Whisper. Fucking lost my shit on Ghost Whisper. I was fucking 13.
She did Good Luck
Yeah.
Chuck, and every guy who's seen Good Luck Chuck probably, first crush for sure,
Without a doubt.
dude.
The first poster I ever actually was like, I need that poster was a Jessica Alba
I'm
poster.
gonna see what she.
She still looked hella hot.
She's
She does?
fucking
I gotta
Jessica
see it.
Alba.
I know. But people age.
Also, how are my things random? You're gonna tell me Oprah isn't intimidating?
I'm just basing them off of like how they physically look. I'm like,
No, they don't look intimidating. What intimidates me about them is the fact that none of them, like all four of them, you could be fucking Bill Gates, right? Elon Musk type shit. And if they called you and cussed you out, you would be like, fuck. You know what I mean?
If
Like-
she was not married, I would definitely shoot my shot, dude. I don't give a shit. If she just came into my bar, I'd be like, "You are Jessica Alba, and I am trying really hard now."
I was like, listen, it's fucking Jessica Alba.
I will make a fool out of myself.
Listen,
yeah, I
both-
will make a fool
look
out
at
of
you-
myself.
Look
Let me
at you.
just shot it.
Look at both of you. You
I don't
both
give
went.
a
I
shit.
need to see a picture of this
I
woman
don't-
just
I
again.
I haven't looked a picture up of her since fucking her movies. Yeah, she
You don't
still
need
got
to.
it, dude. She
You
still
don't
got
need
it.
to. Of course she does. She's again fucking Jessica Alba.
But the roles she played in movies were all like you kind of understand. Like, she played those like kind of innocent, but also you could see that she has like that bad side. That's just like, Mwah. Sorry, kind of.
We are just talking.
We got into the
we
psychology of man.
we went from like going on like when do you think women fully become like consciousness?
Women to psychology of man.
Right, in like 10 seconds, right there.
In a matter of a name.
Right, like intelligence, intimidation, Jessica Alba. You're like fucking shit. Like and I want to say that too. Like fucking shit. There are just some people out there, and that what makes me mad about being bored of man. I gotta like look it. I can name the amount of men that fucking held up well and are appealing to every single person in one hand, right? You got fucking Hugh Jackman, number one. Keanu Reeves,
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds. No,
Yeah,
just
there's a lot.
just a generally like how Jessica, like the equivalent to Jessica Alba, but as a
Leonardo
man.
DiCaprio,
Really?
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Dude, people love Leonardo. Dude.
Oh wait, is Leo the Great Gatsby?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Inception,
Yeah,
Shutter
Inception.
Island.
So you got Leonardo,
DiCaprio.
DiCaprio, Keanu
Keanu
Reeves,
Reeves. Yep.
Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, and then
Who's
you
that
can't
shit?
even name a fifth.
Dude, Chris Evans.
Yeah.
Fucking
Oh,
Chris
Chris Evans.
Hemsworth.
No, oh yeah, fuck. All right.
Chris Pratt. Like, dude.
Mm,
Jason Momoa.
Jason. Oh, yeah. That's what I was trying to think.
mm.
You say
I say that. Hear me out, right? Jason Momoa would be too much of a man for me. It'd be too much of a man. Like, I feel like if I get Chris Hemsworth, I can depend.
Jason Momoa is like has Reese's like personality.
No. Have you seen how he is? You saw how he was with fucking who played Superman. Who played Superman?
Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill. Also, actually, Henry Cavill. Fucking shit, man. He could
He's
take
good
me
in
out to
Witcher.
dinner. He could take me out to dinner any day of the week. Henry Cavill. I know I'm engaged and everything, and I know you're married, but like, you want to play Warhammer 40K at my house?
Stupid.
Hey, shoot your shot where you can. This is my only outlet. You think I can reach Henry Cavill just anywhere? No, that's fair. All right, fine. I want to hear your top 5 favorite. I know I'm taking us off topic, but honestly,
Who cares?
It's our
Now
podcast.
we're
We
just
can do
going-
whatever we want.
Yeah.
Top 5 favorite actresses
Actresses. Okay.
ever. Go. Anything.
So Jessica Alba.
The people, the actors you think about just sometimes just going, fuck.
Actor or actresses?
Actresses first. We'll do
Alba?
actors later. Alba.
Obviously, because we're already on that topic.
Mm-hmm.
Scarlett Johansson.
Without
She was everybody's crush at one point in time.
Yeah. No doubt. No doubt.
Get back to me.
All right.
Rattle some off. I'll probably go, yeah.
I actually don't know that many.
You
But
really?
the only other ones I'm thinking of.
Oh, there's one that just. Oh.
This is very basic, but growing up because of Transformers, Megan Fox.
Yeah. Yes and no, because she also has a really messy.
Life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's another one I'm blanking on right now.
I know. I that's the thing. I'm just drawing blanks.
All right. Let me just name mine then. The girl who, the girl who just was in the new Black Widow movie, Scarlett Johansson's sister in the movie, Black Widow's sister. I don't know
didn't
her
see
name
Black
either.
Widow.
You haven't seen the new Black Widow movie?
I know the character.
All right.
I'm gonna look it up because
Yeah.
I have to see these faces now.
Her, Jessica Alba, right?
Florence,
Halle Berry.
you
you know I don't even like.
I know who Halle Berry
Yeah, of course you know who Halle Berry is. Fucking Storm.
Yeah.
Fucking Storm. Fucking
Yeah.
ah.
Dale nailed it.
Yep.
That was a good one.
Yep. Fucking
Everyone knows who Halle Berry is.
everyone.
You know
dude,
which one that I was not on board with, but a lot of people who watch Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore.
She can get it, but I just not for
Yeah,
me.
you know,
Not
like
for
fun
me.
aunt sort of vibes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm,
That's
yep.
a good way to put it.
Yep.
She's that fun. She's that aunt that every one of your guy friends would be like.
Just be like, yo.
Is she single?
Right.
She is that.
I was thinking Mila Kunis.
Oh yeah.
Mila
Dude,
Kunis.
nailed it. That was a
Yes.
good one.
Mila Kunis, and then a fifth one. I just need a fifth one. Fuck. And I can't. And I'm close to one in my brain.
Eva Longoria.
Nah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah,
You're
dude.
talking about the girl from Modern Family, right? Yeah.
No, that's no. That's Sofia Vergara. She
Eva
could get it too,
Longoria.
but Eva Longoria is the one from Fast and Furious, and she did the other guys. She did the other guys, or Eva Mendes too, I think.
Eva Longoria.
Wait, I'm getting those mixed
Maybe
up.
Eva Longoria was the one who did. No, it was definitely Jessica Alba that did Ghost Whisperer, right?
Well, yes, Eva Longoria is still on there, but she's not the actress that I was not naming her right. She's from
Who?
Desperate Housewives.
I need a fifth.
Eva
actress.
Mendes though, she could get it too. Yep, she can get it for sure.
Is Kristen Stewart? Who's Kristen Stewart?
Twilight.
Loki, Kristen Stewart. like Loki.
No, I have to pass that one.
I know you. I know most people would. 90% of the people would.
No, she was a hit or miss for people though.
I know, but fuck
Also,
Kristen Stewart.
Yeah,
Kristen
but then
Stewart.
she had her hoe phase when we were all middle schoolers, and that ruined my whole. But dude, in high school, before her nudes leaked, and she became that girl, like she could get it, dude, for sure.
I stand by Kristen Stewart. I'll fucking die on Kristen Stewart's hill. I know, but I know it's just me on that hill.
Another one again.
Those are my 5 though.
There's another one on there. I don't even have. I'm just
I
listening. I'm
rewatch
just
the
listening to
Twilight
actresses
series
now.
once a year. I rewatch those series once a year just to look at her eyes. Anyway,
Emma Stone. I think Zombieland. Everyone was just like, damn.
she
killed it in
she
Zombieland,
makes
dude.
my top 10 for sure, but like mainly only because of Zombieland and only because I
Yeah,
was
she killed it in
also
that.
I was feeling
That was the thing. In Zombieland, she killed it, but
she was
like,
in the Scarlet Letter.
super bad. Not it. I wouldn't have. La La Land. It's specific Zombieland Emma Stone.
Yep.
Okay, here's the age-old question though:
Yeah.
are there more good girls out there or good guys out there? Really?
Really?
I disagree 1,000,000%.
Are you talking about like actors and
No, I'm talking about just.
He's
general
talking about
pub-
like morally good.
I'm just talking about like.
Just good
Yeah,
men.
essentially.
morally good?
No, just good men actually. Just
Yeah.
Just thought he meant
What do you
like
do?
if there were more better looking actresses or actors.
I think there are a ton of more. I still disagree
it's done
with you.
like this. No, it's done like this. There's a lot more variety of female actresses, and there's a lot more stapled male actors,
Yeah,
right?
fair.
Because like I can't really list past the people that are already like A-list box office. Can't really name a lot that are like And then again, you're mixing that in with like the Tom Cruises and the Tom Hanks.
I think there's a lot more staple just male leads.
There's more male staple actors, I would say.
John Stamos.
Yeah.
Who's
There
the
was more
guy? Who's the
staples
guy
for
who did
sure.
Ocean's 11? What's his name? You know the one.
I don't remember Ocean's 11.
Fuck. All right, I'll pull it up. You keep going.
Oh, Brad. I don't know if he did this, but Brad Pitt too, right?
What was your original question?
Are there more good men in the world or good women?
Okay, like this.
George Clooney.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Bernie
Bernie Mac.
in the dating pool, in the dating scene, if you're looking for a good partner, is it gonna be easier for a female to find a good guy or a guy to find a good female? In the traditional sense.
That's actually very tough.
OnlyFans fuck this though. I will
No, here's my thing. If a girl has an OnlyFans, that's not an
That's-
immediate red
I
flag.
was gonna say, no, not even that. That just skews your right. You know what I mean? Like now you're just seeing a lot of people don't do Instagram and
Right.
OnlyFans as much as social media has blown it out of proportion to be.
Like, but my thing with the OnlyFans thing is this: if a girl does OnlyFans, you can't knock a girl for understanding what she has over another girl in terms of looks, right? Like if they know what their assets are and that's something they can just easily do, you know what I mean? Then it's fine. A lot of people who do OnlyFans,
No, but you say like for a relationship.
and you saying you couldn't date someone if they had an OnlyFans, but that's just
Or
you.
a marriage.
Or married?
Or like you mean a full committed long term?
We're talking. I'm saying if the are
You're talking about just short term dating?
no. I'm talking about
Okay,
finding
you're
a
getting
partner.
Way too deep into this question.
Right. We're just saying you're trying to date someone. Don't put a length or like.
I would agree though. I
pre-conceived
think
notion.
OnlyFans is a red flag in my category too.
I mean, I'm taking so.
I would think that's my
I don't really have to give a fuck about red flags because
But
even
that's
if
just
you
how
didn't have any, I don't
But
have
that's
to give
just
a
the
fuck.
traditional sense of me is like, I don't want people to see what, you know what I mean? I don't want people to see.
I'm the complete opposite. I fight Cassie on the fact that she'll wear clothes that show her cleavage and she'll be like, I can't wear this out. And I'll be like, why not? And she'll be like, because people will see my boobs. And I'm like, okay. And she's just like, no. So that's just me. I like to show it off.
But yeah, I don't know. For Steve's question.
I do too, but there's a way to do it that makes it more classy.
Yeah. But you know Cassie's not out here like with...
But that's all I'm saying though. I'm just saying like that OnlyFans is not a classy look.
Fair.
Right?
Fair.
When
Yeah.
you're wearing that like dress and it's just like form fitting, but not, you know, like it reveals enough, but not
You're like-
enough, draws you to that imagination. You're just like, that's a fucking look. But if you're wearing like shorts that are just eating your asshole, you know what I mean? And like
Yeah.
you're fucking, I could see your fucking vagina from like 2 miles away. Like that's not cute.
I understand.
not.
I understand. There's actually there was only one. You would probably like. There's one girl I used to follow called Sophia Gomez. Had an OnlyFans, and it fucking skyrocketed. People were like, "Fucking yes." And then she was like, "Oh no, I'm not gonna just. I'm trying to have a career later on in life. So
Yeah.
here's tasteful pictures of me, and that's as far as you're gonna get." And everybody was like, "Oh." To be fair though, but also in my point, right? I'm not necessarily a good guy.
Okay, going back to his thing. Then.
Right.
Do you think there's more good guys than good girls?
I personally think that now that
I
I'm
think
thinking
we're
about
skewed
it,
from California,
yeah,
but I think there are more.
No,
good
actually,
girls
hear me
than
out.
Good guys.
I know a lot of people over in my home state, Nebraska, and let me tell you,
Oh, for sure, Louisiana too. I know people in Louisiana.
right?
from friends
And
word of
can you
mouth.
tell me? Can you tell me for certain that those people aren't just like I would argue that they're hornier than people in California,
Yeah, but there's again.
so they're more skewed.
Yes, but here's the thing, and this is now getting into the demographic of geography, right? Getting to the Bible Belt area where like that religion plays a heavy part, and yes, girls are probably hornier, but at the same time they keep it disciplined,
Very
within,
disciplined. Yes,
for sure. Like they still keep it together, and then once you break them out of that, once you lock one down, then you get the freak,
Yes.
right? That was the whole growing up, man. That was like the funny like Catholic school like. joke,
Yeah.
right?
It was like
They're
you went
"Dude,
to
you're
Catholic
dating a
school.
freak.
Yeah. Because they were high key. When
Well, yeah,
I
well,
met
here's-
Cassie, Cassie was not who she was today. Cassie was fucking
But here's why.
crazy.
And here's
I'm not gonna
here's
say
my
anything
guess
else.
on
I'm
why.
not gonna say anything else.
It's because we were indoctrinated to believe, and they would burn it into our heads like, no, don't do sex. Sex is bad. This and that. And
And so it was like we have nothing
we
to
as
really
humans-
lose at this point
we
now.
as humans, especially in America, in the U.S., right? We're revolution. We're from a revolutionary origin, right? Where it's like, you can't tell me what to fucking do. I'm gonna do the opposite of what you just told me to do.
Right.
I know what you told me is probably the right thing to do.
Yeah.
But because you told me and you keep telling me,
Right.
I'm gonna do the opposite.
I'm a firm believer that like if we went, not the kids, but like if we just went to like children that are learning, you know, about their bodies and everything, and we're all like, go for it, explore, live your life, you know, the wilderness must be explored and blah blah blah. A lot of them would be like, hey yo, no, I'm not trying to fuck around with that. Like look at a lot like our boy Charles. Like I've been like, boy, you need to get yourself some.
But Charles is straight edge on all facets of life.
That's true. That's what I'm
That's
saying
a
though.
bad
But what? No, the reason why he's a good example is because of the fact that he has been around people. The reason why I believe the reason why he's straight edge is because he's just been around a lot of people that are like, experience, try it. I'm right here. I'll make sure you're safe. Go for it. And he's just like, thanks for the option. I'm good.
I think a lot of it is just his siblings.
Right, but again, his siblings were like, "Go ahead. If you want to fuck. You want to have sex. You want to smoke weed, drink, whatever. Go ahead and do that. We'll help. We'll be with you. We'll be fine."
Little sidebar here, real quick.
Yeah.
I actually ran into his brother.
Cedric,
Yeah.
how he is?
Good. How he is. He is good. Yeah, he came into my bar the other day,
Nice.
probably like a month or two ago.
Oh, nice. I was wondering about that because I know what his sister's up to. I just don't know what.
Yeah, he seems like he's been doing pretty good.
I'm
Yeah.
glad to hear it. I am really glad to hear that. But to answer your question, Steve, I want to say there are more good women out there, but I also
agree.
know how manipulative women can be.
Again, even here's the
I
thing:
also just realized we're talking like in general and not just the U.S. When you factor
if we go in general, dude, oh man, guys lose 100.
Without question, yeah, without
But
question.
if we stick it to just the U.S., I still think it's women, dude. I still do.
the U.S.
I
one,
think-
yeah.
I think we have a better chance.
Yeah, I know I've seen how bad women can be, right? And I will say it's a very rare
for sure, for
occasion.
sure.
It's a very rare occasion, as opposed to like even if you found like you have men out here today that are very much like, I don't know why women don't like the good guy and blah blah blah, and then you dig deeper and you're like, you're actually not a good guy. You're just not the ass. You're just not wearing your
You're just
asshole
not the bad
sleeve.
guy.
Right. You're just not the bad guy. Right.
Yeah.
You're expecting
You're
just
very
because you're not just because you're a better option than what they have now. But you're not their best option. Right, exactly. So that's why I can't give it to men because I know a lot of men too that were like there was this one guy, I'm not gonna say his name because quite frankly it could get me in some shit.
Not gonna save his name, but this just start dropping names real quick.
No, but no, I mean I'm being serious. Like this
Yeah.
man, I swear to God, I thought he was a really good guy for like a lot of the high school. I was like, he's just misunderstood. He struggles in societal, norms and everything. So, but like I'm sure, like there's a part of him that's very kind and loving and caring. And then he got out into the world and he actually just started trying to ruin people's lives. And I was like, oh, so you're utter garbage. Like he would show up.
There is pure evil in the world, dude.
Right.
You gotta realize that.
He was like he'd come to me and be like, I'm gonna admit my feelings and I even if they reject me, I'll be okay and blah blah blah. And I'm like, that's good energy to have. Like go for it. And then he went out into the world and then he was all like, oh, you rejected my feelings. I'm going to genuinely, go to your job and fuck up, like, start talking shit about you with your coworkers. Start talking shit about you in your personal circle. Like fucking, if there's any chain of command you answer to, I'm going to find those people and I'm going to talk shit. And I'm like, oh, okay. So you were just playing. You were just pretending this whole time. So that's why I got to give it up to women because women aren't, there are some women
Hold
like
on
that.
though, because like that's Like I still agree, but
Yeah.
I know women do that shit too, dude.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
are
I keep saying
for
that.
sure. But like my thing with when women do it, right? There's a very few number compared to men. If you just take those small pool of, are there more men willing to ruin a woman's life over rejection compared to women willing to ruin a man's life over rejection?
That's
I gotta
still-
give it up to the men. I mean, sorry, I gotta give it up to there are less women willing to do that because I feel like there are more women that are like, I have options.
That's tough to say too. Well, but again, and I always bring it down to the source of all this shit, right? You as a guy, you have to be smart enough to not put yourself in a stupid position.
Yes.
Right. But there are some girls that'll lock you down just to take half your shit.
Yeah.
But I will say, there's a lot more guys that get whipped than the other way around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. And then that's why I brought up that point earlier, how some women can be very manipulative.
Oh, for sure.
There are some women out there that are like, I
hate to
see
say this though, but that's a guy's fault.
it.
I hate to say that, but it is.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Because it's not true manipulation. She's not got a gun to your head and, hey, fucking do this shit.
Well,
No.
but it's grooming. It's grooming. That's what that is, though.
Okay, but you could always deny the groom.
Well,
You
you
can
don't really.
always-
No.
Here's the thing. Guys get it. But here's the thing, and it's an additive of both of your guys' points. It's like guys get really whipped and they feel like they can't. And trust me, I was here. I've been there.
Yeah.
Where you're like, oh, I can't leave this. This is the only
I've
thing
been
good
there
I
with-
got
I've been
going
there
for
with
me.
you. I've been there with you. Yes.
And you fucking realize that you are just getting thrown to the wolves every time. But guess what? It's the best thing you got so far. So
Yeah.
I think it's
tough it out.
Is like it's the psychology of how growing up girls grow up with hella compliments and guys don't. When they get like a little bit of attention, they kind of want to like hold on to that forever.
Oh,
Right.
for sure.
But I will say though, but when bad men are bad men, they're not like.
I think men take it to further extremes.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
I agree.
So again, I think there are less bad women in the world, and I think there are more good women
I
in
do
the
too.
world
I still
than
do.
good men.
So with all this being said, I still agree.
Yes, but like but my reasoning for it is the fact that I feel like there's just a large population of women, like we were mentioning earlier on this. There's like a large population of women that will look at men and go, I can fix this.
Yeah.
And I can help them and I can grow their potential and grow their value, and that'll be because I'm in their life.
It's almost like they're raising a dog.
Right.
They're like, I'm going to take this pup and I'm going to raise it the way I want him to be.
Right.
He's going to be an athlete dog.
Right. But then the classic male mind will go, whatever she wants, she can have. I don't give a fuck. As long as I provide, I'm doing my part as a man. You're not actually supporting her dreams or pushing her to grow. They're just like, cool, what are you into right now? You're into cats? Cool, whatever you want. Here's my credit card. Go. Figure it out. And that's as far as a man will take it. But there will be women that are like checking in. They're like, hey, how's that thing going?
Well, here's the reason why. And again, it goes back to the traditional sense of relationships. You know, guys were at one point in time, normalcy saying, like the breadwinners.
Yeah.
Where it was like, this guy's better get his shit in gear because he's carrying it for the both of us right now.
Yes.
Right? Now
Yes.
that's not so much the case, and now we're finding it where it's like both partners just have to put some form of labor work in.
Yeah.
So now it's created this weirdness of what we are in now.
As long as
it's an experiment of a society where it's like the man and the woman work, and someone's gonna have to take care of the kids. They're gonna have to figure it out. You know, it gets messy.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course a woman's gonna be fucking breathing down your neck because back in the day, dude, like you were the only one bringing in the money. So if you didn't have your shit together,
Yeah.
you all both crashing and burning.
Yeah, that's facts.
So
facts. Yep.
I don't blame him.
Yep. So then we are agreed. We are agreed.
Yeah.
There are more good women than good men in the world. And I guess that works out because there's less women than men in the world. So, you know.
There's less women? No, there's more women.
No, I thought it was. Oh,
more
you're
women in
right.
the
I
world.
completely forgot that. Yeah.
There's more women in the world than
Yeah.
men.
There is more women in the world than men. I remember because I saw that fucking stupid ass post where it was all like, remember, ladies, next time I hit on you, there are more of you than there are of me. And I'm just like, yeah. And fucking 4 or 5 billion people in the world, and none of them want your ass.
Well, that's the thing is like if you're a good guy, it means the odds are in your
If
favor.
you're a good guy, you'll be picked up
easy.
The odds are in your favor.
Yes.
So that's what guys forget, though. And that's why they go into this fucking... Because, yes, they do get less, like, compliments. They do get less affection. That's just natural.
Not me.
But if
Cassie
you...
wakes me up every day saying, "Hi, beautiful."
You are an exception, obviously.
You're the Miles Morales of this world. I'm not
I'll take that. I will take that, and I will sit here quietly now. Thank you.
We had to give him one. We
Thank
were
you.
ragging on him kind of hard. We have to give him one.
Thank you. Thank you for taking my feelings into account.
Fuck your feelings. I just kidding.
It's funny though because like again, it's in with me and Cassie, and basically with everybody I know. Everybody's like, "Kendall, you radiate feminine energy," and it's just like whatever.
Going back to like what you were just saying, Charles also said the same thing. He says like nice guys lose in the short term, but they win in the long term. Like if you just stick it through being a nice guy.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I think so. I think so.
I feel like
Change the word of nice. Good guys. Not nice
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Good guys.
Nice
Because
guys.
nice
yeah.
guys will get trampled on.
Yeah, nice guys. If you're, I know how that feels.
And some nice guys who get trampled on too much, stop being nice.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say nice guys. I'd say good guys.
Good
Guys
guys.
that have good intentions. Because they'll get trampled on, and if they're still true in nature, true to being good in nature, they're going to be like, all right, that's just that's just character development.
Yeah. Yeah.
you have good intentions.
Yeah. But it's less likely. And trust me, I see it, dude. I see some fucking fiends, bro. I see some fiends. I don't fucking fight them off sometimes, bro. A little bit. They get fucking. It gets.
I could
bad.
not. I could not be you. If I had that many people trying to touch me at any given point in time, I'd be like, "Doc, I'm going home. Fuck this. I don't need all that." Because I could just imagine. Because I work at a bar that you get a lot of these, don't you? You get a lot of these.
How are you touching random people? That's crazy.
Listen, we grew up in a friend group that was very much like, hey, personal space and boundaries are important.
But I don't even. Maybe it's a confidence thing, but I could never imagine someone just touching them if I don't know.
Here's a good way to like finally.
A lot of people. Well, remember, I had a thing for a long time where I would like go up to people and I'd do that, rub my finger like across their cheek because I thought it was really soft. That was fine. Y'all had to break me out of that though. Y'all were like, Kendall, yeah, right? Like this ain't cool, my guy. Get the like that's gay shit, my guy. and I mean, again, as a bisexual man, I could say whatever to that, whatever to the gay shit. But it was the no. Please don't touch my face. I was like, okay.
I feel like in the most, and this is harmless, but there's so much harm to it regardless. Men will take advantage of women if they had the chance to.
Yeah.
Way more than women would take advantage of men
Yeah.
if they had the chance to.
Yeah.
Right. And here's the reason. And that's why women, I think, are always just so fucking smart. Is because they won't allow themselves, to a certain degree. Let me phrase. To a certain degree. Women will not allow themselves to give guys that opportunity because they know that.
Yeah.
Guys don't inherently know that.
Right. They don't have a guard up most of the
No.
time.
Because they're fucking men.
Right. Well,
Right?
I think there was like
What can they do to me?
There was like a statistic I learned where, and again, I got it from a movie, so take it with a grain of salt. But it's like a man takes on average 7 more seconds to register he's in danger when a woman approaches him than if another man approaches him. It takes 7
Yeah,
more
because it's
seconds.
an easy size up with a guy.
Yeah.
It's just straight caveman to caveman size up. You go, I'm bigger, I'm stronger, I have more money than this guy. So
Right.
is he a threat? No. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, he has more money? I could beat him up.
But
that's the game of guy versus guy. Guy versus girl, you go, well, I could beat her up, but that's illegal.
Yeah. That's
I have more money, but if
That's-
she's smart enough, she could take all of that.
right.
She could sleep with my best friend. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many more ways that they can attack you
Right.
than another guy who just like, I will just physically cause you harm. Or name call you. And if you don't have thick skin for the name calling, fucking my fists hurt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but women, they come at you with this, like, again, psychological warfare, dude. They're like,
I know. I've been.
I will ruin your life, and you don't even know yet.
I'm still. Listen.
I'm glad y'all went through that.
Yeah, I will be real. It was so funny because when I finally came out of my first relationship after 3 years, somebody like I think it was either Cassie or Charles sat me down and was like, "Bro, you understand you were being taken advantage of, right? I was like, no, it was a relationship. It was pretty. He was like, Kendall, you paid for her lunch and did her math homework. She was effectively a bully. You fuck sometimes. And it's true though, right? I was doing her homework and paying for her lunch. I was like, there were days where I was like straight up. A teacher saw me one time. I had a handful of like, the butter where you peel the cap off. I was just eating that, and they were like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "I don't have money for food." It was like, "Where did it all go?" I was like, "Oh, I spent it." Because my mom gave me $20 for my lunch for the week, and then her mom was like, "Oh, Kendall's gonna buy you lunch, right?" So I was like eating butter because I couldn't afford food.
Jesus.
And so I was just like, "Yeah."
Here's the thing, though.
It was bad.
I don't regret any of my relationships.
I don't regret it either. I loved it. Oh, I didn't love it, but
no. But dude, the amount of shit I learned from all of them, dude.
Yeah.
That's why I could talk on this shit like this.
Yeah, I know. I now know what
educating us men.
I now know like what a woman who's going to treat me right is like, and what a woman who just wants
that's why
what
I'm super selective.
Mm-hmm.
Super selective.
Yeah, you gotta be. You gotta be. You too.
They'll take
to a degree.
Girls will take you for it.
He just has to be selective.
You both got to be selective.
The difference is Steve is selecting, whereas the girls have to have a selective taste to like me. It's like opposite.
No,
Inverse.
I think it's very similar. I think it's very similar. No. Hear me out, Vanille. You know for a fact that if you just went ahead and said, "All right, next bitch walks through that door can have me."
But that's the thing, though, is like, I understand what you're saying. You're saying that like they have to be on your vibe.
Yeah.
And my vibe is very not like most people.
Right. That's why I say it's selective.
And it's for me, I have to be on their vibe. Does that make sense?
Like
I am the vibe. I am the vibe
that they want. So Steve has to find a girl that matches his vibe.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm not the vibe that most girls want, so I have to find a girl whose vibe actually.
Oh, I get it now.
down
Yeah,
for
you're
it.
totally right. Yep.
That's what
Yep.
I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I have to be down for someone. He has to have someone down for him.
Mm-hmm. It's so hard. It must be so hard having to go out into the world and meet with complete strangers while I'm over and I honor your struggle every day. I do. I pray for you because I'm going to be over here with the woman of my dreams playing fucking Legend of Zelda while she tells me how to fucking build whatever she wants me to build. I just want you guys to know I admire your struggle. You are a hero to men everywhere. Truly and honestly. If I'm ever single again, I hope that I am a fraction of the men that
On
you
that
two are.
satirical note.
I locked it down, bitches. All right. On that note, it's your boy Waffle.
Your boy Maui.
And this is
Couch
Couch
Surfing.
Surfing. Peace.